Hey guys, welcome to GTL Playoffs, CZR versus RDY5. I'm joined here with Sir Tevins yet again, and it looks like I'm looking at the standings right now. If my window capture would work, there we go. RDY5 is in the Champions League with 44 points right now. CZR is leading the Pro League with 154 points. So this would be a good opportunity for them to see if they got what it takes to bump up to the big leagues with them big boys. Tubbins, how you doing today, man?
Yeah, it should be a good match. Should be good. I don't know if I just cut you off or not.
No, you're fine.
Not sure. Yeah. I don't know if those standings are up to date. I don't think he put the last week into them, but they're relatively going to be the same as far as seeding goes, I think. I don't think the seeding went around too much. But yeah, Ready 5 came out a little cold, and then they got a little bit hot. So I think they said they were kind of turning things around. So we'll see. I've known Ready 5, most people who watch this game or played this game for a while. This clan's been around forever, and this other clan, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really know them. I noticed two of their players from like random matches. They look like I want to say that they were in 7K. Maybe is where I noticed them. Maybe global map.
Mm-hmm.
But the one guy's name is Pablo, so who knows how many Pablos are out there? You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But it should be interesting. I'm waiting. I hate to say it, but we haven't seen an upset yet. And usually there's one. Usually whether it's video games or sports or whatever it is, there's usually some surprise somewhere along the way. And sometimes I've been the guy who got surprised on.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Ghost Town, interesting.
I thought Ghost Town was
Could be
tiebreaker.
very, very campy.
Did they get rid of
Yeah,
that?
well, I mean, you could still pick it. This map is either a team's going to come out and usually push you, engage, start the fight. We're going to be over quick, or we're going to have Camp Fest. 2K19, one
I
or the
got
other.
you. Great map for version 4.
Everywhere but the hill.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to pull it out, man.
One of these
Keep
days,
waiting.
right to the moon.
It's going to happen. I've seen a few clans run the other TD. What is it?
The German one, the
263?
Oh, the 263.
No, the
Yeah,
yeah.
it
I've seen a
used
couple
to. I
clans
think
run
it
that.
used to be a comp tank. Now it's just kind of falling out.
I've seen people run it when they want to get somewhere fast. It can kind of flank it surprisingly fast.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen on Himmelsdorf and I pulled out a couple times. Not really. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of it. I mean, I guess it's got its niche, here and there, but
For me, it's a good tank to pull out on occasion because you don't ever see it. No one really knows how to fight it, so they just load prem and shoot it through the upper plate or the superstructure, thinking it'll go through and it won't. Then you laugh and you just laugh as you just perma-track them.
what tank I've been on the fence about that I see some clans play, some clans don't, some clans still trying is this new VK premium tank.
Yeah, the 72. I don't own it myself, but I do have the Panzer 7. Don't really like it.
That's kind of weird. I've seen, I know N uses it a lot, and I've seen it work really good, and I've seen it fail really good in a sense. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen him come out and do good, and I've seen him come out and do bad. I guess, from what I understand, it's got a little bit of mobility, compared to the E100 and the Mounts,
Straight line
obviously,
mobility,
where
yeah.
you get that mobility.
Turning is a little awkward with it. But I'm not much of a heavy tank player, more mediums. So that could be
Yeah,
a
even pub
factor.
matches, believe it or not, I like my heavy tanks in comp. I like to line up and fight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about the city maps lining up and fighting.
Pablo, is he going up? He might be trying to go up. Oh, he
It
didn't
looks like
turn. Yeah,
RDY5's kind of coming down.
he didn't go up that right, so he won't be making
Oh
that
yeah,
up.
easily.
Yeah, it's too late in the match to really try it again.
Now, okay, we'll see. We'll see what CVR got to use for saying that. Oh, they all lined up in the back dunes, and then they all pushed together in. That, believe it or not, I actually think is kind of smart. If they would have pushed from either side, they would have had hill cover. They're moving up now. RDY5's kind of just using this kind of 4-grid area, kind of somewhat turtling. You know, they got 3 big guns watching the whole flank here. So it's going to be a question whether we're going to have a standoff here or not. If team's going to move, they're going to stand off. Freddy's 5 tanks got spotted on the bottom. There's no way these guys are going to push from the ramp. The only thing I would like to see, this map is so big, is I would like to see this bat chat, like where he is to where they are, is going to absolutely do nothing. What he should start doing is start spotting them from the back.
Yeah, he's
Get
probably
around, let his team
set up for the other side of the ramp on the other
cap,
side.
Maybe?
Yeah, but right by the cap. Because that, from where he's at, he can actually get side shots in. But they're not set up over there.
So he should really go spot, let his team know, hey, this is where they are. What do you guys want to do? Where do you want me?
Yeah, let's see how long it takes them to have the bat do.
Remember when I told you Camp Fest 2K19?
There you go.
Welcome to it. And that's it.
He who flinches first loses. That's Ghost Town.
Well, like I said, I mean, where's CVR is, unless that bat check can make these guys move or spot them, they can't come up that ramp, they'll get absolutely annihilated. They can't come down the side, they'll get annihilated. So they're either going to have to flank, but then you're going to have this machine, which is surprising they put a machine here, to be honest with you. But then you have this machine that can pound that, and then even you got the T-57 that can do that, and then you have Delta that can even flex to the outside and then use the dunes on them. But I think it just comes down to the bat chat's got to get behind them. I mean, honestly, the bat chat can get behind them, clip out a tank, maybe kill it, maybe make a move, and then leave.
Looks
if
like
he kills one tank by
bit.
himself and leaves,
he's playing it cautious. 50B with support.
Yeah, well, I mean, he should kind of know, they got nothing that's going to outspot him. You know what I mean? Like, even if he's moving right now, unless he's got, bare bones crew. But they're starting to move the 5A. They got the 50B. I mean, that's their key to breaking this. They need to get this bad chat 50B behind them in the dunes. Make Lead Demon and Delta have to make a decision with the machine, because you see all 3 of those tanks are exposed. They get behind them. So we'll see.
Delta's relocating.
Yeah, it just seems like nobody wants to make the first mistake. But I would love to see this bad chat to know that he can't be outspotted. This is his he's got free reign. Like, if they're not going to take a bat chat, if you're going to take a bat chat and not let him go and spot when they don't have a bat chat, why are you taking it?
Looks like they're
kind of mean
wasting a lot of time trying to have him climb up to the spots rather than just using mobility, using the dunes.
The thing is, like, that spot's nice and all, but like, you don't know where the tanks are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, you can't shoot anybody from a nice spot if they're not there to shoot. Alright, I'm back. Bad chat pops are really getting any damage in? Oh, we did get them some damage in. Okay, nice. Got a little bit of damage in. It's weird, you know, it's hindsight 2020, you know, like we can see we can see it up here, but they just don't know where the tanks are. He's got to know he can get this out. Like, this map is also so big, by the way, like when you people hear me talk, is that I can't actually see all the tanks because it's so spread out, so I have to keep going back and forth to see where the batch is. Like, he just disappears on my screen. But, oh, here comes Ready 5. Here comes Ready 5. Now, the Super Conqueror and the 5A and the 50B from CVR have got to get in a position to make them pay. Otherwise, Ready 5 can kind of jump on this. They got a lot of alpha. The bad chat's going to come. Let's see. He might be able to use that side to get side shots. He's got to be careful poking. He's not coming again. Maybe he thinks he can get shots through that gap. I don't know if that's... Oh, no, he can. He can. That's a good shot to pin that. I don't know if he's shooting heat or not. Oh, okay. They got Delta out here. Okay. Now, if they can get... Okay, well, alright. They're bleeding Ready 5 a little bit. They just got to get the... Oh, that's a big shot. That's a big shot on the Super Conk. They need to find a way to get the 5A and their other Super Conk into this game. They're gonna depend on the 50B, but if they leave these two guns out to do nothing, that might be what's gonna really hurt them here. And they gotta protect that Super Conk from dying. The 50B's coming in. I don't. You should probably try to work the outside, but it's just coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good shots. Good shots by CDR, you know, they're kind of picking at him a little bit. They're up by a little bit of hit points. You guys can obviously see that on screen too, but...
They're just bleeding him right now.
Well, this is what I want to see the bad chat do. You see how he can see Delta? Right? He's got shots on Delta right now. If he could just move a little bit...
He poked when he was lit.
And he's just...
They were ready for it.
Yeah, he didn't... That's too bad. Good for Ready 5. Too bad for CDR here. CZR. I think I keep calling him CDR. Still a standoff. You know, it's... I kind of feel like each team kind of had a little small window to maybe take a tank or two. And I think nobody just wants to lose the game. Relatively even health, but the thing is that Ready 5 with the Alpha can kind of come in last second and honestly delete this E4 and Conquer, and they really won't be able to kill them. Like, if they push in with a full health tank, they'll delete one of those guys right at the end of the game and win it. The rules still stay like that, I think, for the playoffs, I believe, too. So
there's a good
hit. Should be able to get a clip on the side.
Oh, E4 down to 187.
I shoot heat. Yeah, I shoot heat's gonna get him. See, now, like, here's the thing. Like, the Batch and the 50B finally run a flank play, right? Now, this is great. The only problem is way late. Come on, Batch Hat. Yeah, Batch Hat should be able to get him. Yeah, they got him. Now they need to get out of there. Oh, time's up. What do we get for that? A draw?
54%, 58%. If there's anything in the rules about percentage hit points, which I don't think there is, that would determine it. Otherwise, it would be a draw.
So you got it, you know.
Sure. I'll try and look it up real quick.
Going down. You know, going down the list, you really ain't got much. You know, I shoot heats, get one hit. 50B's got no opportunity. BKs are just shooting at anything. You only got one guy's got a pin. Machine wasn't able to do anything in that back spot. Still, I think it's an interesting spot. Platypus, when he pulled the trigger, he made it count. I'll give him that. He's going 5 for 4 in E4. Other E4 shoots 3 times. It's kind of can't really criticize people when everybody's kind of camping. You're probably just slinging blind shot and doing what you can. Blood Demon did make his count. Did make his clip count on that bad chat, which actually saves Delta's life, which in turn probably saves their game. You got the other side, CVR here. E4 only 1 pin, probably shoot at nothing. Other guy probably didn't even see a tank. 50B gets that 1 clip to tie the game. Bad chat gets that 1 clip. Comes in clutch at the end to tie the game. They probably should have had I shoot he covered, but Super Conquerors both, pinning 1 or 2 shots. And IS7's honestly, the Goblin guy did good on trading when he made his 4 for 4, made his shots count. The guy next to him not so much, but can't fault him too much on that. It's more of a standoff.
All right, I got the
It's
rules
tough to look
here.
at pin ratios, on kind of like a standoff like that, because people are going to be blind shooting, taking what shots they can, making sure they don't get hit. It's more important than actually doing damage sometimes, you know.
So according to the rules on Discord, if a game results in a draw, teams will move on to the next spawn or next map, whichever would be in next succession. If a series is tied 2-2 at best of 5 series or 4-4 in a best of 9 series, the final game will be played on Ghost Town Encounter. If no victory condition is achieved in the final game, home team will be awarded the victory. So it's right now it's just a draw.
So RDY5 could get and just do what they just did 4 more times and they win.
Yeah.
But it doesn't go like. But if RDY5 killed another tank, they would have got a win for that one, though, right?
Yeah, if RDY5 did not lose a tank, then they would have won.
Okay. Looks like picking tanks. RDY5 seems to kind of hold this. I've been noticing from the streams and the games, more and more teams are doing this. And mark my words, it's gonna come back to haunt somebody. Some guy's gonna get up to go to the bathroom, or his wife's gonna start screaming at him. He ain't gonna hear what's going on.
I've
been
had
there,
that happen
man.
season
Trust
1.
me,
It
I've been
happened,
there.
I think, twice.
I've been there. I've had teams, we used to try to do this, but also the guy just goes AFK. I usually try to, for me personally, I give it a little bit of a gap, like a 40-second gap, because I don't think the other team's going to be able to counterpick in that amount of time anyway, on Ghost Town, how are you going to counterpick anyway? You know what I mean? So, what does it matter? But, I usually try to give it a 40-minute gap, just in case somebody doesn't answer, I could just throw that other guy who's in the lobby in there,
Mm-hmm.
But you got from CVR here, you got the E4 bad chat, double I7, double machine, double super conk. A little bit different than last match. They don't have a 50B. They have machines now. Not really sure why. Maybe they're gonna try to work the outside. We'll see. And then you got RDY5 dropping the premium German tanks, and I can't see what they changed it to because we're going into battle.
Well, in 9.5 minutes, you'll be able to see it on my stream.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see. Are we going to see the same kind of thing? Are we going to see, pass if we don't want to make a mistake? Or do they take the machines out to say, hey, we're not going to let these guys camp. Let's go get them. You
Yeah.
know?
Yep.
That's the only thing I could think. Maybe they're like, hey, we know where they are. We figured out where they were. We figured out where they pushed from. So, but RDY5 looks like they got 2 E4s, 2 I7s, T57 machines, Super Conqueror batch out. Kind of standard. Kind of surprising. I didn't think too many clans ran a machine on this map. I personally think the 50B is a lot better than the machine on this map. It's just as fast, got more damage, and it's got that APCR instead of the heat, and it can shoot better at that little bit of distance from the dunes working into the town. The biggest complaint I get from my guys about the machine is it just can't shoot far away. It can't. You got no, I guess what you would call something. Oh, here we go. Yeah, they're coming. They're coming. The machines are coming. They're coming right down here. We're going to actually have a fight. RDY5 was not quick enough to shoot that gap. Now, here's going to be one problem with the machines that you're going to see. Its clip is not going to kill this batch hat by itself, and this guy's going to shoot the other guy. Does set him on fire, and now he's in reload. So now both these machines were able to do damage, but they weren't able to kill anybody.
And RDY5 backed off without really
well,
too much damage.
What's interesting here is that if RDY5 is going to have to commit the IS-7s to the machines, or these machines are going to be able to farm. Now, the other problem is that for CVR is that they didn't commit. They're like, hey, machines, we're just going to leave you there so they could just stare at you. Mm-hmm. So, kind of interesting play from both sides. RDY5's kind of got to get those machines out of there, but CZR's also got to kind of fight the other tanks for them to do their job. Like, see, now the machines are just getting hit because they're just staring at them. And now RDY5's kind of got high ground, taking a T57 clip. Lead Demon was good last match doing that. Although it's not Lead Demon this time. Platypus Bad Poke gets tapped. Yeah, I think the big mistake here is that CVR stopped. They got this dune position, and now RDY5 is actually pushing 4 guys, E4s and all, into the dunes. And this is not something you see every day. They should be able to kill this machine, no problemo. They're ramming him. He's got no health at all. His IS-7 is now going to put himself in a worse spot once his machine dies. His E4's got to make this count. Oh, he's going to get E4'd. CVR is pushing the other side. E4 doesn't even shoot. There he goes. Now he shoots. CVR finally gets a tank. It's close. It's close. I think the problem is that CVR is not killing low health tanks or not having the opportunity to, and now they're kind of just slowly getting surrounded now. It's nice to do damage, but if you don't take out guns, you're going to start to get more damage returned to you than you can deal with. Yeah, this Super Conqueror is short for this world, and here comes their bat chat. Their bat chat does have a small chance to bring this down. If he can get Delta, if he can get their bat chat, and he can get the Super Conqueror, he could actually kill 4 tanks in one clip. But he's not shooting anybody at the moment. Yeah, too late. That's all she wrote. RDY5 wins with 6 tanks, 22% health. That's a lot of tanks that are 1 or 2 shot. That, like, if you look at the damage from CZR, like, they all kind of did damage, but maybe about 2 tanks. Bad chat doesn't even get to shoot his second clip. 4 for 7, not terrible, but you got to make that second clip count. Super Conqueror pins his shots, 5 for 6. Other Super Conqueror doesn't even miss a shot, 5 for 5. The machines get there, they do good damage, they're in a good spot. They don't get help, they get forced out. They did their job and then they got no help. It's not on them, it's on the team. D4 5 3 for 5. Not terrible, not great. IS7 to one guy kind of poked out a little bit too much, got focused, and the other IS7 just straight up didn't pin his shots, 1 for 5. RDY5, Super Conqueror, decent damage. Half pin ratio, their machine did make his clip count, but he only got 1. Their bat chat somehow stays alive, doesn't even shoot a clip. Well, he shoots a clip, only pins 2 shots. E4, 5 for 5. Other E4, 3 for 3. Just like when Panda played, E4, their 2 E4s shoot 8 times, don't miss a shot, and kill 5 tanks. One of them's 1 shot the whole time. P57, 3 clips, 75% pin ratio. Pretty good. And their IS7s together only missed 2 shots. So, 2 things I think, truthfully, if CVR commits, helps out the machines, lets the machines work the dip, that's probably a way different outcome. And if they're in their faces, RDY5 cannot hide or have their low health tanks rotate to the back. But when you see E4s and IS7s going all the way to the back of the map to climb a hill to kill the machines, that's not good. That means they just left them out there. I mean, they got to the spot they wanted, they handed out the damage. You know what would have made a difference though? If those were 50Bs instead of machines, that bat chat probably dies.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But I honestly think that was CVR kind of could have won that, and they just chose to be a little bit too passive, in my opinion. You know, they kind of went all gung ho, and then they were like, "Hey, we got no bullets in the gun. We're just gonna stop here." And I think that really, really hurt them. They had them where they wanted them. Whether they realized it or not, maybe not. I don't know, but that is a strong spot. If a team does not stop you from getting that back hill and you get hold down tanks that are auto loaders in that spot, they have to either get clipped or they have to push into your other team. And if you're going to push into another team with tier 10s, when you have E4s and auto loaders, they're going to eat a lot of damage. So they're forced to make a decision. Unfortunately, RDY5 was the guys who had the time to make the decision. The other guys pay. It's a good one. Could have went either way though. Well, now we got Miro. That's interesting. I like this. I'm always interested to see if teams are going to play the Forest, if they're going to send half to the Forest, half the other way, all the other way. You never really know. But I haven't seen people start bringing out Artie again on this map.
I've seen aggressive strats where they actually use the buildings in the middle. They just spot out middle, and then they just kind of sneak around. They don't even go in the forest. I think they have like a bat out in the forest just to make sure. The rest of the mediums go through just right down the middle.
Yeah, you see all kinds of stuff. I mean, if you commit to the Forest and they're not there, if you don't bleed health getting in, you can easily surround and, in my opinion, win it relatively easily. The problem is with that is that you have to be able to stop the teams from poking and hitting the heavy tanks in the middle because you're not completely covered. But if they're going to poke and take more damage than they're going to give, they're not going to poke.
Mm-hmm.
That's really where it comes down to. But we'll see. Like I said, I don't really know this other clan. I never played against them. I haven't played against RDY5 in a little bit. I would say about like a month. And I don't think I've ever played them on Miro, so I honestly have no idea what they're going to do. I would just really like to see CVR's bad chats, their auto loaders, like stop like their batch had even that last match. It seems like he's not getting in there. He's kind of just floating around. You know, like that's not doing anything. You know, like if you're the last guy alive and you just fought on a city map in tier 10, and you don't even get to shoot 2 clips, and your team's pushing, you're not in the right spot. You know, and he was like full health. So, I think that's hurt them. Not trying to bash the guy playing it. I actually think they've been changing the guy playing it anyway. But, plus, there's plenty of guys. We'll see. Interesting, you know, interesting lineups here. Relatively similar, but RDY5 picks them so fast. Keep forgetting to read down the
they have
lineups,
a 430U. It's been a little bit since I've seen that.
So a 430U when I saw an E4, and I've seen the E4 work. I've made the E4 work myself. Not good if you're going to be trying to fight in the forest, in my opinion. Because tanks are just going to come over, hold down an inch, and top. Right in the hatch. But we'll see. E4 batch at double IS7, 2 machines, 2 super conks for CVR, and then we got a 430U, 2 batch hats, 2 IS7s machine. Chieftain I like on this, 50B I do not. I don't think a 50B is a good choice on this map at all. But we'll see. Okay, we got RDY5. They're sending everybody to the forest but one. They're sending a batch out the other way. And CVR is doing the complete opposite. They're sending the batch out to the forest and everybody else the other way. Batch hat's just got to try to get a spot, get spot. Okay, spots them all. That's good. That's good. Finally, batch hat gives them information. They know, hey, we got to get out of here. We got to get to cover before we get clipped. We call it getting string beamed. This batch hat's probably going to look for shots, but I don't think he's really going to get anything. He's not really going to be able to do anything there. Once he gets spotted, he's going to have to dip anyway. Yep, there he goes. Got spotted. He's dipping out. It'll be interesting to see if CVR just sets up, or if they want to go to cap pressure, or if they're going to try to punish them coming through. Because RDY5 technically can stay out there like they are, unless there's cap pressure that gets put on. They're put in a super conquer in a decently strong position back here. It can really only be countered from the A line. But the CVR is sending the batch head to spot the A line, so this is pretty standard setup, besides that they have an E4 and they're not putting anybody onto the cap. Like, you see RDY5's moving these heavy tanks through. You know, you want them to be spotted so when they come in between these buildings, you can pop shots. Like, this IS-7's got nowhere to go but open ground. He's not spotted. So, what does he care? Oh, nope, he's spotted now. Now he cares. Watching this E4, like, not get on this cap, like, there's nobody there. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what is he looking at? You know, did they not count the tanks? Like, he's like waiting for somebody to magically appear. I'm like, there's nobody there, buddy. Ain't nobody coming.
Well, they only spotted about 2/3. So they actually don't know that they're all over there right now.
You would kind of think, yeah, alright, I could see that. I mean, you would kind of think he would somewhat know. You know, like, one, he's not spotted himself, right? So, you know that batch had to dip.
Trying to wiggle forward and back for a bunch of grass blades.
Yeah, he's about to bounce that shot that's never going to come, you know? I mean,
I know those bugs, man, they can hurt.
It's kind of neat to, you know, poke jokes at him, but, like, there's nobody there. They're coming now. They're coming now. But it's like, they're leaving this IS-7 to reset the cap or maybe get cross shots as they move, and as I say that, he drives away. So scratch that idea. But, it looks like after 3 minutes, we're going to just have a lineup and fight. Now, what's
first shot fired, right there by the bat.
What's kind of interesting is that, why wouldn't they leave the machine back and put the IS-7? Like, let the machine work the hill. And put the IS-7 with the machine, you know, the guy who's rocking back and forth all the time. That machine shouldn't be down there, the IS-7 should. The machine should be working the hill, using his turret, trying to track somebody if they make a mistake, get a clip onto them if they make a mistake, get a clip on somebody coming in. We just got another kind of standoff. Only one guy in RDY5's taking one shot. And they're blind shooting. Oh no, he's over here. Whoa, he's over here. Okay. Now, Batchat takes a hit in return, but I actually like him trying to spot him, trying to make a play. This is not what they were doing. So at least he's doing something. They get a shot on him, he takes one shot, not a big deal. Okay, that's good damage. I guess that maybe was a Super Conquer up here, and maybe got double tapped. Ready
Yeah,
5
I think
Reaper.
so. I think it was the Super twice.
Ready 5 Reaper. Kind of weird having a clan tag and then the clan tag in your name. My opinion. I got a little poke back. This is pretty much, I mean, CVR's up a little bit. They're kind of trapped. Like, these little bit of hit points don't matter if a fight breaks out. This is also the other thing, like, this is also kind of why I didn't like the 50B pick. Where's he going to go? Like, he's going to get pinned anytime he pop. He can't pop with his turret at all. So, like, if he comes around this corner, this E4 has been waiting for a shot for the last 5 minutes in the same spot. He's going to whap him. I hope. You know?
Once he's falling asleep, might miss the opportunity.
Yeah, he might be. This IS-7 shooting HE at the other IS-7, that's going to get you nowhere fast. Like, you couldn't even kill him if you sat there shooting HE at him for 10 minutes. They didn't even pin that. They didn't even get any damage out of that HE shot. Oh, E4? Their IS-7 kind of over-peaked over here, but nobody's had function for it. There we go. E4 got his shot. See, RDY5's pushing. They made him pay. They made him pay for it. Maybe it could have been more. Super Conquer, I'm going to assume that was him shooting from the back. Again, I'm terrible at the camera, so you got to go. Yeah. Their Super Conquer is in a really strong position right now. And they are just straight stacking the cat. The Batchat, if they commit this, Batchat should come in and get a nice clip. Now, okay, no, they got resets. That Super Conquer shoot Hesh into there. The only thing is, you see where their machine is, they will eventually have to commit to the machine and the other Batchat that are on the cap to really get the full resets. They're bleeding RDY5 right here. RDY5 is just kind of, in a sense, trapped themselves, and this E4 has finally got things to shoot at now. So he's got to whap him here. He's got to come out. He's got to give it to him.
There he goes.
Gave it to him. Yeah.
Boom, daddy.
And there's nothing for a 50B to do that.
There's the
know?
push.
Oh, they're pushing back onto him. This is where their Super Conquerors. He's got free farm. Their IS-7's got free farm. Their other Super Conquerors got free farm. If they focus the Batchat, I think CVR seems to really be lacking focus. Like, they're all shooting different attacks. The Batchat's one shot finally getting. Let's see if they shoot the IS-7. Okay.
Machines
Let's see
are
if they all shoot the IS-7. Oh, well, they got him. Okay, we got the focus.
Reaper.
Now they only got one guy over here to shoot, so the focus should be good. Machine's gonna get a clip right in the pooper here.
Oh,
Yeah,
with the
done.
ammo rack. Nice little close-up.
He's
right
done.
There.
And Pablo might go down. If he can take this Batchat with him, it's perfectly fine. And he does. And he does. He's on reload. If he dies, no big deal. They need to stack the cap right away. If they're gonna chase, I wouldn't even chase. I would just stack. Oh no, they got a full health machine. Let the full. Oh no, wow, he's coming back in. Never mind. All right, we got a series here.
Ooh. Who's hungry? We
Yeah,
got a
they
sandwich.
sandwiched him. That's the kind of little dirty.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about that one. But it's good. You know, it kind of feels like CVR kind of just waited him out. You know, I got RDY5, 50B only got 2 shots. Batchat shoots a clip, only pins 2. Other Batchat shoots 6 shots, only pins 1. It's hard to make a Batchat work when they're kind of camping. Chieftain, half. A little bit of damage from the Chieftain machine. Same thing. This guy seems to shoot 1 clip, make it count, do nothing else. Zyrewolf, decent game. 3,000 damage. Way above doing, way above his team. IS-7 is just not making shots count. They couldn't really shoot until they all got focused. Anyway, Their bat chat, a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more damage. Not the best pin ratio, but if it's going to be a long, drawn-out game and you're going to be reloading anyway, not a huge deal. E4, waited forever to shoot, made them count. 3 for 4. Super Conquerors, pretty decent damage, about half pin ratios. Well, one guy went 6 for 8. And then you got the machines, 4 for 5, only 1 clip. Not a lot of damage. Other guy shoots 2 clips, makes them count, kills 2 tanks. That's pretty good. IS-7, 3,000 damage. At IS-7, when I said I didn't think that was a good spot for him, apparently proved me wrong. 7 for 15, 3,000 damage. Another IS-7 that was on the bottom, 4 for 8. So not bad. It seems like RDY5, like, they couldn't really push into that. I hate to say it, but I think they were better off playing for the draw with that amount of time and the positions. But
well, it looks like they didn't pin all their
maybe
shots on the immediate push with the D4, so they took a little longer than I would assume they expected to kill that first one. And that cost them a tank, and then they cascaded from there.
He's also full health, but if you're gonna push into there without a lead on tanks or guns, like that, Super Conqueror is gonna farm you. Both the Super Conquerors are gonna farm you from that position. Then you got a machine back there with a clip. It's just too much. You know, like, they were bleeding too much, so they had to make a play. Don't get me wrong, they had to do something. You know, but it was kind of like no matter what they did, they weren't going to get around that unless maybe they took the outside and created another angle. But by the time when you lose that much health, it's time to just hope for the best, you know, throw out the Hail Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Got a little bit of a series here. Apologize for not always reading the tanks before the game starts, but RDY5, if they pick it with 5 seconds left again, it ain't gonna happen.
Well, we can always read it when the countdown's going on and when they're driving. No big deal.
So far, CZR, relatively same lineup, half the lineup. They've played all this before. Yep, so far, same thing. But I liked, you know, I think even though CZR was passive, at least their bat chat was spotting that time. Knowing where most of their tanks were, it was kind of weird. Like, they were kind of lined up for tanks that weren't going to be there. But ironically enough, eventually the tanks showed up, which is kind of weird. But we'll see. We'll see how this one goes. This is big. So what we got? 1-1 now, right?
1-1-1.
So we're gonna see Ghost Town
again.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the ironic part is, I think if CDR, if they can kind of get maybe a little bit more confidence, a little bit more commit to the push, commit to the focus, it's very, very winnable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think RDY5 has got to not lose their patience, go with their plan, and adapt to it. They've been winning the trades, having better pin rates and stuff like that, so we'll see.
There we go. All right. Couple E4s, Bad Eye 7, 2 Kunks, Chieftain 50B for RDY5. E4, Bat, and
Yeah,
a bunch of other tanks for CZR.
Yeah, sorry if I left you hanging there.
No, it's alright.
Well, this is CVR's pick, so paid dividends the first time. We'll see. Alright, here we go. They're taking out the 50 game. Well, Ready 5 taking out 2 E4s this time. That's a little different. And the Chieftain, I don't think they had a Chieftain last time. And CVR, same lineup, I believe. So, were you gonna get a Mars? No. Now this is odd. Like Ready 5 wanted the field fight here. Well, let's see. See if we can get some bleed. Now Ready 5 wants to go fight him in Hills. Now, the only bad thing is that if this bad chat spots him a little bit sooner, those machines can get some damage in, and they're not getting any damage out for the other team having super conks and these 4s leaving the field. That's a little unfortunate. You want to at least get a little bit out of that. But CVR was able to get their tanks over here, so you got RDY5 putting a Chieftain where they have the Conqueror. It's Super Conquerors, that's a better spot. Pablo's getting outspotted by their by Lead Demon in the back chat. I don't know if that's from not moving our bush or crew or maybe a combination of everything. And we got
he's
saw that E4 in that spot and said, hey, we're gonna put 2 of them here.
Yeah,
they're gonna
poking...
wait to shoot just like that last guy. You know.
Pablo's poking outside of a bush. I think that's why he's being lit.
Yeah, once he starts to move, he loses it. And that's big. If Lead Demon's able to stop him from getting that, that is huge. Even if Lead Demon does no damage, if he sits in that bush and doesn't let these machines in that bat chat get anywhere, just by outspotting him, he did more than his job. Might not show it on the score sheet, but if he's able to stop them, then that's huge. We'll see if we get any trades over here. Doesn't look like it so far. I can't help but laugh at them putting E4s where that one E4 was. They're like, yeah, you're gonna do it one, we're gonna do it with 2. they're just gonna sit there and wait to shoot. That's talented. Now, you would like to see these machines start to work the hill at like C4. You would want to see them get in, work the hill, have guys on the other side. If they come over to poke, they get whapped. So either you're going to get poked by the machines, or you're going to try to hit the machines and get poked the other way. Their machines, what they're doing right now, they're essentially doing nothing, obviously. So they need to find a way to get into this fight. And they need to get to a hill, on the outside of the hill, make that Chieftain have to pay if he wants to poke, make this 50B easy target. He can't hide. He's got no turret armor. Like, slinging HE at each other ain't gonna get you anywhere. But these machines seem to be pretty content of just staying there. One's moving up a little bit slowly.
Well, he's poking for angles right now. Looks like he's trying to get shots on the conch right now.
Yeah, I'm kind of watching from far, so I can't see exactly what they're doing, but they need to get in there. Like, you know, this is kind of the theme of CVR. They have these little opportunities. I don't think they realize that they do, and sometimes they get an opportunity and they're in the middle of the opportunity and they still don't realize they have it. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're trying to shoot the Super Conch, who has shots long before he pokes high enough on that ridge for the machines to get him. So, yeah, like
anyway,
you're saying, they're not being effective right now.
Well, like, trading like this ain't gonna win. It ain't gonna lose, but it ain't gonna win. You know? So... Oh wait, if it's 1-1-1, and then somebody wins and they can't tie it, so then they actually win. So this can actually be game. Thinking if it's the same as the season. Say, now what's bad about, like, you see how CVR is moving? It's great they're doing something, right? Now, if the machines are there, where I wanted them to be, these guys, well, like Zyrewolf right now and Delta, could poke this ridge and could have annihilated this E4 and IS-7, but they didn't do it. They noticed it too late. Now the machines are kind of getting here. Okay. They're starting to move around. Wow, CVR Super Conqueror took way too much damage. Oh wow, the E4s are just shooting HE in his face. That's too bad. Yeah, that's too bad. That's still gonna do, 300, 400 a pop. And he hasn't been able to pin them at all.
Looks like Lead Demon got lit finally by probably the machine.
Yeah, they needed to do this. Just it might be too little, too late. I mean, listen, the game's still young, but like they need to do this. Get their tanks moving before that Super Conqueror lost too much of his health. Start to surround them, get the flow of the game going, dictate the pace. And they're gonna go in on him. IS-7 hopefully can cover. Might be a bad. Oh, that bad shot wasn't able to finish him off. Ooh, somebody took a big hit.
Yeah, that was higher from I want to say the IS-7.
Ooh, yeah, these they're just allowing these E4s just doing too much right now. You gotta win that backside. Like, Lead Demon goes in there, in all honesty, he should have died. Like, how a Batchat and a Super Conqueror go over there and don't die to kill a machine? They gotta kill those two. Or at least one, and that's either focus or missing shots, it looks like. Looks like RDY5 is gonna start to apply the pressure. CVR is not out of this by any means, by the way. RDY5 still got one-shot tanks. If they can get these two one-shot tanks out, they can get the back of them. And if they get the back of them with a machine in the Batchat, they will even this up. But the problem is, it doesn't look like they're working to do that. Okay, maybe he can get the Sheepin out. Donked that shot. He's got two more. They made that one, and apparently he didn't have two more. E4s are going to push, and this is actually a good play by RDY5. They got coverage. This IS-7 and Super Conqueror cover him, even though the guy's one shot. This IS-7 is going to come down now, and he's just going to end up getting clapped out. And their Super Conqueror is not making his shots. CVR Super Conqueror is not making his shots count, it looks like. Lead Demon's going to come in on one shot and still have a clip. He's going to wait for the machine to fire, and now he's going to kill him. Ooh, he's going to get him. Okay, he got him. That was a good play. That was a good play by CZR.
3 in one
clip.
clip.
Good play by that guy in the machine to actually realize that and get that. He's going to... You're dead. He should be dead by these E4s, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a 4-4 game.
Yep, that player right there definitely
now,
kept him
CVR
in.
has the Batchat. The problem is... He's an okay, we got another kill. Problem is, Pablo's got to realize he's got to get to the back of these guys. He's got to get where that Super Conqueror was. He's got to get unspotted and make a play here. If he can make his next clip count, big time count, like, get an E4 out, pin 4 or 5 shots, he can bring this back easily. Now here's, like, those E4s, don't get me wrong, the HE was great. Everything was great. Here's where they're going to struggle. Popping over hills. Their Batchat's kind of going into the forest. Not completely sure why. They still got that Super Conqueror out there. Okay. I shoot heat misses. They need to get some damage out. The Batchat's kind of shooting from too far away, and he's shooting from
and he can blind fire tracked him.
Oh. Oh boy.
They don't make at least 2 kills. That's either a loss or a draw.
Well, Icky's gonna most likely kill this guy. These E4s are probably gonna kill somebody.
There you go. That ties it.
Oh boy in his gun. Wow. Why don't
There it
go
is.
in?
Oh,
Oh,
just barely. Oh, it's a draw. They had 6-5. I think that's actually a win for RDY5.
I believe so. I don't know if the rules changed or not.
I believe that would be a win for RDY5. Let me
Yeah.
watch Discord.
Yeah, I'll go down
I'll
horse.
find out.
50B did better. 2,000 damage. Pinned in half his shots. Not even as bad chat. Almost 2,000 damage. Half his shots pinned. Chieftain seemed to struggle in that back spot. He's really kind of just firing at everything. Maybe shooting hash 2. Can't really dictate the pin ratio. Super Conqueror. Same kind of thing. Shooting at everything. IS7 2 for 8. Shooting everything. And then really the three guys that kind of carried the game. They're Super Conqueror goes half pins, but he hands out 2,000 damage. Stays alive, most importantly. And the E4s again, 3,900, 3,500, and they kill 5 tanks. So every time RDY5 wins, their E4s do almost 4,000 damage and kill 5 tanks. Peace.
So that round did go to RDY5. Since they got that kill literally at the last second.
Yeah, I hate to say it. I think CVR kind of, in a sense, kind of beat themselves here. They get good damage. They get decent damage out of Super Conquerors. Decent damage out of one machine. This guy kills 3 guys. That's a lot. Like, even though he doesn't do a ton of damage, he still kills 3. Takes out 3 guns by himself. Other machine doesn't even get a full clip out. E4, 1 for 4. IS7, 2 for 5. Bad chat doesn't even shoot 2 clips in that whole 10-minute match. He's got to find a way to do a little bit more than that. And a little bit bad positioning. Another IS7 shoots almost 20 times. It does 32. So that's it, huh? Ready 5 wins.
Looks like they're going for another map.
Really?
In playoffs, it's just the first of 3 wins. And they're saying no Ghost Town because it's not quite literally a tie. Even though they've played 2 maps already, so the rules must have changed since I last read them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe it was different for the.
Alright, RDY5 is picking Himmels.
Himmels?
Yeah.
They get the pick?
Yeah, that's what Too Legit is saying in chat.
Okay, we got no tiebreaker. Then why is it saying the rules that the tiebreaker on Ghost Town will go towards the winner?
If you play like every match you play is a draw, basically, then home team takes advantage.
God, if every match is a draw, both teams should stop playing. You know what I mean?
That is a
they should just be like, hey, you're both out.
Session there.
Yeah, you're both out of here. We'll see you next season, maybe. Well, listen, I'm not the mod. You know. Oh, they're taking the Dwarf. I think this is a good pick. I think this is a good pick for RDY5. The only bad thing about Himmelsdorf, like I said last time we did a stream, very unpredictable, very comes down to what kind of tanks you have. I think give you a severe advantage. But if they feel like they can out-brawl them, out-trade them, it's the pick. Now, other thing is that I feel like CVR, I keep almost calling them something else. CVR, I think they've been more losing because they've been hesitating to fight and not take the fight and not making good rotations. The thing is that there is none of that on this map. You know where the fight's going to be. You don't really have to rotate, and you just have to fight. Maybe them being put in that scenario works out for them. Very possible.
It could still go the other way. If they've been hesitant to fight, then they might be caught off balance, I guess would be a good way to put it, if RDY5 just goes balls to the wall with it.
We shall see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I lost a chat now.
The timer's going right now. There's 150 seconds left.
Oh, there it is. Oh, whoa. We got multiple games going on, huh?
So if CZR wins this map, it'll go to Ghost Town. If RDY5 wins, it'll be their match.
Oh, okay, first to 3 wins, alright.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so they can make it 2-2. I'm gonna be honest. If you're gonna pick Himmelsdorf Knight, and the other team kind of gets the side, I mean, kind of don't think there's a huge advantage on this. I mean, we'll see. We also, the other thing is that we don't know what CVR really likes to play. What have they played? Has RDY5 done their homework on them? They just, or maybe they just want to brawl. Maybe they're just like, hey, we can brawl these guys. So far, Super Conqueror, T57, IS7, Batch Hat, E4. Slow to get up the hill. 3 of those tanks are pretty slow to get up the hill.
E50M.
E50, yeah, you don't see that every day. Machine now. Some of those tanks are slow and some of those tanks are pretty fast. They gotta have something, I would think, in the back pocket for that E50M. They're gonna send them somewhere, Batch Hat.
Now the Kronbahn was tried
Super
heavily last season. No changes have been made to it, and it didn't really work out too well. I know where they're gonna put it. And once that clip is gone, the other team just pushes. Because that group that is covering, doesn't have any backup anymore for 30 seconds. Or however long it takes to reload the Kronbahn.
Well, if they're going to be north and they're going to keep them on that back hill, the Kronwagen's pretty good for it. But why have that over a Super Conqueror at this stage?
Mm-hmm.
Super Conqueror's got the HEP. It's got a way more accurate gun.
And it's got way more DPM, too.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes it's better to have a clip and worse DPM because you can kill a tank and not allow him to do more damage. So you're still hurting their DPM more than you're hurting yourself. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, if you can kill a tank and he ain't gonna do another 1,000 damage, another 500 damage, it's okay to reload for 5 more seconds. That's fine. So burst is big. Burst is really, really big on city maps because if you can burst guns out of the game and then you go on reload, at the end of the day, when you get loaded again, they're either going to have the same number of tanks and then you're going to burst them down again, or they're going to have less tanks and then you're going to burst them down again. So burst is big. From a Kronwagen, I don't know. We'll find out. I've tried to make it work on maps like Steps and stuff, and it never has.
Yeah, for me, it's the RNG of the accuracy is just way too wild. It's hard to actually get it to work for you.
And that's too bad. I mean, because, like, I love hold-down tanks, and I love auto-loaders. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw that tank come out, I was like, man, that's my jam. And
now, if they buff it like they did on PC, it will definitely be a comp tank, I'm guessing. Because it'll have more DPM than the T57 and the same turret armor.
Batch Hat spot. Yeah, we got double Batch Hats out here, kind of playing like JP in a sense. They spotted it. Okay. Now, RDY5 might have stopped long enough that if those Batch Hats made RDY5 stop long enough, they did their job. Is his Batch Hat trapped? What is he doing? I
He
think
was
he
still
thought he
lit.
could go
He
through
was waiting,
there.
I guess.
Yeah, I don't. RDY5's taking too much time. I think they're just taking too much time. They spotted this bat chat. It would be awesome if CVR turned around and just clipped that bat chat out. They gotta go. They gotta. Why are they stopping? What are they doing? All right. I guess they're gonna try to fight them down here. I think that their bat chats did a great job and spotted them. RDY5 couldn't get to him. I think it slowed him up enough where these tanks could have got up the hill and forced him up the hill. Why take a fight on even ground when you can just shoot him from on top of a hill? That's my personal opinion. I have a player who disagree. He'll go running down the hill at him, but story for another time.
Leroy Jenkins style.
I would love to see these bat chats both commit to this bat chat and kill him. Come on, Pablo. Oh, good. Okay, they got him. Pablo was maybe too much out. You got to get out of there, buddy.
They've got the Terminator coming after him.
Oh, why would the like? You see what the problem is? Is that like that bat chat could have went the other way, and he's way safer. And these guys are slamming into. Now they're leaving. Oh wow, they got the whole. Okay, I didn't see that they had the whole team behind. That's bad spectating commentary by me.
I was wondering when you're going to get to that.
Yeah, I was like.
That's why I said, whoa.
Wow, the whole team's behind. Okay, it makes sense. So now, here's one problem. Like, CVR is up hit points, right? But who's got the control right now?
That'd be RDY5. They got the cap.
Right. They've got to push up this hill. I mean, they got an E4 up here, a Super Conqueror, and a Kronwagen, which maybe the Kronwagen proves this wrong. So unless that Kronwagen lives up to being as terrible as it is, this is a good spot for him. They're not going to pin him, and he's going to get a free clip. Icky Platypus doesn't really need to be here. He just needs to back up. You know, like he's fighting for no reason. Oh, 30 seconds? Maybe he's fighting to try to hold him off the cap?
Yep.
Bad Chat's got to commit and just get onto the. He's got to okay. Hopefully he's playing this smart. He's got to go.
Super Conk should go around for the bat.
Nah, this is bad. He's got to turn around, kill this I-7, and get on this other side of the rock and stop the cap. Okay, good. He did it. Good play. If he's okay, finally they kill the I-7. He wastes a shot for no reason.
There's so many people in one group. I can't see the time.
This is nuts, and they're battling on the bottom. Oh boy.
Well, this is pretty typical up here. I'm gonna check down.
Now, their E4 is gonna get up here. If these bat chats can make these clips count, they don't need to hang on the cap anymore. This I-7 might be, oh boy, might be cooking up for a disaster.
Going down.
Good damage.
Yeah, there it is.
These bat chats need to synchronize their reloads. Like Pablo's going in on no help. He needed to synchronize his reload with the other guy and go in together. Oh wow, they're not looking at him. Oh, they're not even looking at him. And Pablo's not pinning shots, unfortunately. Neither is that guy. Pablo's going down. Oh, he's not going down. Oh, no, but he is going down. Oh, he's going down. Wow, we got a battle here. Now, the worst part about it is that if those bat chats would have waited, right? You know the Super Conqueror's not going to push. If that bat chat waits and he goes in with the other bat chat, that's cleanup crew 101. And now, like, he's not. Oh, man. This bat chat play, I think, is really hurting him here. Now, this bat chat's now, he's got to sit here, he's got to wait. Yep. Can't do anything, he's got to wait for these Super Conquerors to get up here. Good news is, he's got Super Conquerors coming from this side. Where's he going? Where's he going? Where's he?
He's a Frenchman. Where do you think he's going?
He's out of there. All right. He's like, yeah, you know what, guys? He's like, I'm out of here. What is he gonna do?
All right, Britain's here. You guys take it from here.
Like, dude,
I'm going out for some wine.
Now he's coming back. What? Oh boy. Now, they need to make sure this other Super Conqueror's ramming this guy. What is going on here? Oh wow, it's a big bounce. This bad chat's gotta you gotta take a hit from the E4. You gotta kill this guy, and you gotta do some damage, dude. There you go. Now do some damage. Here you go. This could have happened a lot sooner if he didn't run away. There you go. Now this should be good. This other Super Conqueror, even though it's low in the game and maybe it doesn't matter, he really shouldn't be leading the charge when you're one hit.
Yeah,
Especially when you never know if your bad chat's gonna randomly run away. You know what I'm saying? All right, we got a tie ball game, and that was interesting to watch.
I've never seen plays like that before.
Oh, I've seen it before. Going down, they tried to flank. Bad chat 3 for 3, doesn't get a full clip on. Delta's 50B, pretty decent, 5 for 8. E50M, 4 for 9, could have been better. Super Conqueror on the rock, 12 for 7. Machine doesn't even get 2 clips off again, but he pins his shots. This guy doesn't shoot a lot of clips, but he pins his shots. Kronwagen, 4 for 9, maybe living up to the hype. Kronwagen, E4, 4 for 4, and I7, 3 for 5. Now, if they had another E4 that did over 3,000 damage and killed 3 tanks, RDY5 wins. It's like they did the other 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
The bad chat, as much as I kind of criticized one of them, Pablo got the job done at the end of the day, 3,600. Other guy did kill 3 tanks, 2,600. The only thing is weird to kind of see, Pablo did more damage and fired more shots and was dead for about 4 more minutes. So that's why I was kind of saying they probably should have maybe worked together a little bit better there. Super Conqueror, 8 for 9, killing 3 tanks. That's good. Maybe that's why he was leading the charge. E4 only shoots once, pins his shot. At least he did that. 57, 50, 50. 2 clips. IS7, 2 for 6. Probably maybe a little bit more damage. 4 for 7. Bad Chat, who ran away, came back and won the game. 3 kills. Other Super Conqueror, 4 for 11. So, kind of what I was saying. CVR, they just had to fight. They didn't have to really rotate. Even when they tried to run away, they came back. So I think maybe that's not that bad of a map for them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Now, if RDY5, if they tie on this, RDY5 wins.
Yes, if it's a draw.
Yeah.
Now, the only thing bad about that is I think that really benefits them because I think CVR is really struggling with making decisions and pushing. So, if you're RDY5, do you say, hey, we want revenge, try to come back at him and fight him, or do you kind of do what you... I mean, honestly, I think RDY5 can do exactly what they did the first match. Stay in that position. Make CVR's bad chat have to spot him, have to do damage, force his hand. Kind of like football when you make the quarterback beat you, you just play defense, give him nothing to make him beat you. I think they kind of need to do that. But we'll see. And unfortunately, CVR is missing a guy all of a sudden. Oh, he's back. Okay, there we go. They got him running away from battles, running away from rooms.
He's in that French mindset.
I'm gonna actually go get another glass of water while they get everything figured out here, which side they want. I'll be back.
Alrighty. Looks like CZR is ready for the timer. Waiting on a reply from RDY5. Alright, there we go. Timer started, 180 seconds. Alright, tanks are being picked. E4
Alright, I'm
Super
back.
Conk on CZR so far. Nothing from RDY5 as usual. Double conks. Alright. Looks like
This has been a good set. I mean,
yeah.
It's been interesting to watch. The first match was a little slow, and it gets wild. Like when they start battling, it gets wild. You know?
Yeah, there's definitely some testosterone being thrown around out there.
Yeah, it gets wild. They were battle on the bottom, battle on the top, running away, coming back. You know, I'm one shot, I'm going in.
I think
wild.
CZR has been watching too many Zorro movies. Because that dude is just all over the place when he fights. Looks like we got 90 seconds left on the clock. Two ISMs.
Yeah, CBR doesn't really... Like I said, I don't think Ghost Town you're really going to counterpick all that much, you know. You're going to have your turtle, or you're going to have your push, and you're going to go where you're going. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're taking Pablo out of the bat chat. I don't like it. He just had a big game. He's had a big game in the bat. Play the hot hand. Play the hot hand.
1 minute left.
Yeah, it's long. What is it, like 3 minutes of time? I always think it's like 2 minutes. I'm always like, oh man, it's getting close. I'm like, oh man, I still got a minute.
Yeah, it's 3 minutes.
Taking Pablo out of the bat and putting him in the machine. I don't know. I think he played really well last match. I think it would have looked a lot better if the other bat would have maybe worked with him. Maybe that's on his fault. Maybe they're like, hey, you don't communicate with the other bat. Get out of it. Who knows? Maybe it's the other way around. But I think he had a good game. And it looks like RDY5 is going with the same exact lineup that they played the first time. And like I said, I would not be surprised if they do the same exact thing as the first match and don't move. Now, with that being said, with a machine, with a 50B, and a bad chat, if they work the outside effectively, they can, if they're in the same position, I mean, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here, but if they're in the same position as the first game, they can work the dunes, and they can get a tank or two. At least a tank and a half, in my opinion. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. This is for, this is it, huh?
Yeah, this is for the version 4. That's what everyone's fighting for.
Big prizes.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a good set. I've actually enjoyed watching this one. Also, I haven't seen a tiebreaker yet that I've seen on stream or...
It's rare. It's definitely rare. I think I've done, personally, about 2 before this, including last season.
I think you'll see more and more of them. I think as the playoffs go, like, there'll be less and less games, but it'll be more close, you know, as the players go on. The team's skill level and everything will start to even out.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Well, let's see, is RDY5 doing? Yeah, I'm putting the machine right where it put it. You got the... Well, they put one extra tank on the outside. So are they pushing this? No, he's staying. Delta really wants to shoot. Get up there real quick. They're blind shooting. Spotted one. I wonder if that guy's shotgun didn't spot. They got the machine lit. Now, the machine's gonna be like, they're not. The E4 maybe is gonna get a cupola shot on the machine, but that's highly unlikely. These Russian tanks aren't. So he can stay there and Pablo's gonna be able to do damage if they push. But yeah, they're doing exactly the same thing they did the first game. So CBR should CBR's doing the same exact thing too, just minus one tank. They don't have a tank with the Super Conqueror this time on the ramp. But this is where I think CBR's got to work the outside of the map And the sooner, the better, in my opinion. If that Super Conqueror and IS-7 push up to where they are into that E4 and their Super Conqueror, they're going to get deleted. Maybe not right away, but they will get deleted. So I think they got to start working this outside. CVR's got to know that they're going to lose if they don't do anything. So they got to get this bad check, get this. This 50B ain't moving. Oh, that is too bad. That is
back
too
at
bad. Maybe they're waiting for this guy to load back in. Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. That's not what you want to see. Not doing a tiebreaker. Maybe he loads back in.
Oh, he's kind of aiming towards their towards Papo.
He's not. There ain't. Is he playing?
I have no idea. Turret's turned. It would be facing forward if he lost connection or something beforehand.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I don't know. It could be that E4 from Miro. He just waits.
Yeah.
That guy's got patience, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That guy's all about it.
He's mastered discipline.
He knows they'll come one day. Might not be this match, but they'll come one day.
Eventually, there'll be a game. Or someone pokes.
You gotta think that they kind of knew RDY5 was gonna do this. They really should have been talking about what they were gonna do. I would think here, and I'm thinking, yeah, I don't know if that 50. I gotta think he's not playing because they should be going around with him in the machine right now, or at least two of them. Set the other one up to get cross shots somewhere else. Because RDY5 can just sit here and win. You know, their hand's not forced. At IS-7 in the Dunes, I don't think is a particularly good idea. And I'll watch Lamorak tank and win the game. Oh, he's moving! He's moving!
There we go.
He's back. This other guy's Pablo's going to make sure he's okay. He's like, yeah, you good? He's like, yeah,
you
I'm
okay,
back.
buddy?
I'm good.
You want some McDonald's?
Yeah, he's back in the position to wait for a shot.
All right, he must have been one of the E4 players.
All right, they're starting to move now. What can really work in CVR's favor, right? They can actually leave that IS-7 in the Dunes. Let them be spotted. These other guys can move freely around the map without being spotted. No, RDY5 has no vision. They can pop up from whatever angle they choose and start handing out some damage. They really should be popping out. Let me look at the section. Like, you see where the bad chat's going? He shouldn't be by himself. He should be taking the other Orioles with there. They could clip out that. They could clip out this T-57. They could clip out this machine, get damage onto him. If Delta makes a wrong turn, if he doesn't go straight back or into the crevice, he's going to eat damage and then he's trapped. But they just refuse to do anything. All right, let's go. We need a fight here. We need a fight. Trying to will it.
Well,
Trying to will it.
CZR needs a fight. RDY5
yeah,
doesn't.
Okay.
Machine gets lit.
The machine knows that there's somebody down there now, though. He knows where he got lit from. He probably knows it's
He
a Super
smells
Conqueror.
the storm coming.
Well, it ain't coming fast.
No, it's out there a ways.
You know?
But he knows it's out there.
It ain't coming fast. Now, finally, they're starting to get, I would think that would be the 50B in the machine. Alright, they really should have this 50B working the far outside, too. They shouldn't have them there. But it still could work. You know, the problem with Ready 5 is they don't really have any. Well, they got the machine to spot.
2 conks are lit.
Yeah. Oh, here they come. Here comes Delta. Now, here's where they can get some damage in. And Delta's got these guys like Fort Knox over here, huh? That's it. You want this grid? You're gonna have to fight us all. Ooh, I-7 took a shot. They're bouncing. They're bouncing off the VK. VK did get ammo, right? It'd be interesting to see if Delta pushes this top. That's a strong position for Super. Oh, they're coming.
Yep.
They're coming. You gotta keep shooting the E4. I don't know why people are shooting different tanks. This is... That E4, their E4's gotta get around the corner and get some damage in. Ah, yep. That's a big tank to kill.
Now they can rotate the other side.
RDY5 is managed again to get the higher ground. It's still winnable. Still winnable. Pablo's getting chased out. Now where's their bat? See their bat chat. Full clip. Driving around. Driving around. Get that E4.
VK needs to
that
get in
E4
there.
that bat chat could have got. Yeah.
Both of them.
I hate to say it, they should have played Pablo in the bat chat.
I'm thinking RDY5 is going to have this.
Oh, that E4 is burning. Ready 5 does real well at when a tank gets low health. They get him to the back. They're like, you ain't going to get this guy. Okay, this bat chat can get some damage in here. He's got to spot him. Let the tanks know they're coming from behind him. He's not doing any damage. Where? Oh my. Alright, he's going to get this E4. I think they would have got him anyway. No, he's not going to get the E4. He's going to keep driving. And he's not going to shoot the one-shot tank. No, he's going to shoot the other guy. Yeah, don't shoot the guy who's one shot. He's going to keep shooting the other guy. Okay, they got him. They got him. Okay. Oh, Ready 5's only down to 2 tanks.
Yeah, we can go for that E4.
Oh, that is a big fire. That's it. That's it. We can't hold on.
I think Ready 5 was just a little slow on the counter rotation when they made that push.
I think they went into a Super Conqueror's hold down and like, yeah, they got one. And yeah, they got him early, but that other guy sat hold down and he killed 3 tanks and did 4,500 damage in the same spot. This guy, he goes 13 for 14, killing 3 people. That's a lot of damage. And that's a lot of tanks. And their I-7's pretty decent pin ratios. CDR's batchet doesn't even get a whole clip out of that fight. If CVR can get their batchet to be more aggressive, this team can, I think, start to turn it around. I really think that's somewhat of a weakness. 50B, decent clips, 8 for 11. E4, 2 for 4, maybe you want a little bit more at him. Machine kind of got hung out to dry on that top. The other Super Conqueror got focused, 2 for 3. Delta only gets 1 clip, 3 for 4. Super Conqueror 3 for 7, need a little bit more damage out of him. 3 for 7 out of the VK. 2 for 11 out of the other VK. That's what I was kind of saying. Those guns don't always seem to pin, and that's a lot. Like if he shoots 11 times, I don't know if he's blind firing or what he's doing, but if he makes half of those, this game is completely different.
Yep.
Machine again, 2 clips makes them reasonably count. 1 for 3, E4, other E4, 3 for 5. Their E4s didn't do what they were doing all game. And Lead Demon in his T57 did all he could, 9 for 9. But congratulations to CVR. I guess I don't know if that means they're moving up next season. I don't know what that is, but that's a big win for them. That's a big win for them. Good match.
It
Good
was,
match.
yes.
Definitely entertaining.
Very different than
Definitely
what you
entertaining.
usually see on here.
It was good. It was a little slow at times, but I mean, once the fight started, it was good. It was good.
Mm-hmm. It added the
Different kind of
suspense
tanks,
of it.
different kind of lineups, different kind of strategies than maybe I'm used to seeing. But either way, I'll let you go. Thank you for having me as always,
Yep, you're
and
welcome.
hopefully I'll see you next time.
Definitely, yeah.
Catch you later, man.
All right, man. You have a good night.
You too.
Well, that's gonna end it for tonight. Thanks everyone for stopping by and watching. Much appreciated. Not sure when the next GTL match will be. They usually post the schedules early to the middle of the week. But you can check out the GTL website, oneextralife.com. I will put a link in the chat. Actually, by the time you are hearing this, I'll have already put it in the chat because of our 10-minute delay. There we go. On the website, you can check out standings. That's usually updated once a week. And then you got the schedule, you got the rules, all the maps that we use, Hall of Fames. And there's even a section in there where you can buy merch. You got mouse pads, mugs, shirts, things like that. Whatever your heart desires. All the proceeds go towards the players. Whoever wins each season can collect on that for the season, or they can put it in the pot for next year. Whichever they want to do. So that's pretty cool. Anyways, thanks again for stopping by, and I will see you on the next one. Later.